Vince McMahon doesn't play around when it comes to his ideas about moving the company forward. To avoid getting stuck in the past, the WWE often has to retire certain words or phrases to keep things fresh and avoid any stigma surrounding them. Though they might still slip out on occasion, here are 10 words that are banned by the WWE. The term pro wrestling is often used in reference to WWE's style of the sport, a more entertainment-based spectacle. This one seems like it's a necessity to differentiate the WWE and real wrestling, but Vince McMahon has still tried his very hardest to bury the term. Vince would rather have it be called sports entertainment, and instead of pro wrestlers, he pushes the term superstars or athletes. House show is used in reference to live shows that are not televised. The term is popular with old school fans who grew up with it, but now that has backfired for the WWE. Vince feels the term makes the event sound old and outdated, so he started pushing live shows instead, as he felt it adds more value. This is just one of the many older terms that the WWE is trying to get rid of. Following that up are the elimination of old generic wrestling terms such as heel, face, mark, and rib. This is also part of Vince McMahon's push away from pro wrestling into a new era of sports entertainment. This has been going on for a decade, and many fans have seen this transition take place in front of their eyes. Commentators often use these words regularly in the 2000s, but rarely, if ever, today. If you've been watching wrestling for more than a few years now, you've felt WWE desperately shoving the term WWE Universe down our throats. This term is repeated over and over during broadcasts and has become fairly common and accepted. This replaced the word fan, which apparently doesn't make the viewer feel like a part of the WWE family. Commentators are, however, allowed to use the word fan in a specific capacity, such as Dean Ambrose fans, for example. Older fans will remember numerous backstage brawls and segments, which resulted in some memorable moments. However, the term backstage itself has been almost completely phased out now and replaced by locker room or the back. This was likely done to change the generic term into a more professional one, following the same idea as most of Vince's other changes. It also eliminates any subconscious connection viewers might make to the ring being a stage for performing, rather than for sport. Another classic wrestling term that has been all but forbidden by the WWE is feud. The word, which brings back memories of classic wrestling storylines, has since been replaced by the term rivalry. Now this one I personally don't mind, but I know some fans, members of the WWE Universe, still prefer the classic. Apparently, rivalry adds much more value and prestige to the storyline and conflict. Remember when the announcer would say, "The title is on the line," right before a championship match? Well, apparently that was bad for business as well, thus was 100% banned. Instead of that phrase, announcers are told to say the title is being defended, which adds prestige and value to it. This shows that the title holder has earned it and it belongs to them, rather than the overly generic phrase of old. Speaking of championships, two of the most common names for them have been banned by WWE. The terms belt and strap have been barred, while championship and title are being pushed. Once again, this is to show just how prestigious these titles are. They are not something easily obtained, but instead a great achievement. Talent is a kayfabe term that refers to wrestlers, but it is also avoided as much as possible in this modern era of WWE. Instead, it is being replaced by superstars or just stars. The term wrestler is also frowned upon due to Vince, as mentioned before, preferring to look at these men and women as athletes. On the subject of female wrestlers, recently the term diva has started to fade away as well. Finally, there is the name of the company. World Wrestling Entertainment is very rarely said during televised broadcasts, but instead replaced by WWE. Now this one makes perfect sense, as just like other professional sports leagues like the NFL, NBA, or NHL, Vince wants his company to be known by its initials. This once again falls in line with the company's recent emphasis on professionalism and transition to sports entertainment. And those are 10 words and phrases banned by the WWE. If you learned something here, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to leave some video suggestions down below.